That guy is living. Deep sea. Okay. That nobody, we can't take it. Okay. So the people who come to take it, they tell you that it's going to cost us so many billions to take it. Alright? So if we were to share profit or we want to share it with you, we can't pay for the equipment. So we give you peanut. Okay, so we go take the oil. Okay, so for all the oil that we take, we give you just a small portion.
I heard we got 10% of it. I heard whoever was extracting the oil getting 90%.
In some cases, yeah, in some cases you get less.
Wow.
In some cases you get less. But they tell you, so what you can do, where we make money is when we tax them, what you call a corporate tax. Okay, because they make money. If they make money, you tax them. But often, they don't make money. They tell you we're losing money. Okay? Because you are not there. So what they take, you don't know how much they take. We pretend to know, but we don't know how much they take. Because all the experts who are there are experts. Okay? So you don't know how much they take.
Who's responsible for selling the natural resources of Ghana to the foreign?
The government. I can't sell it. The government. We give sovereignty to the government. We give them power. When we give them power, they have the power to go negotiate on our behalf. Okay, so whatever happens in the corridors of power, we don't know. The only thing we know is that the thing comes out. And then they tell you that we're getting 10%. Okay, plus corporate tax. Okay, so all the oil that we take, if they take 100 barrels, they give us 10 barrels. Can you imagine that?
When I heard that, I couldn't believe that. My brother was.
It is what it is. When you go to the gold field, the gold mines,
yeah,
that is the same thing. They take everything. They take everything.
Wow, that's why.
Okay, they take everything. Okay. When you look at MTN, all the telecom companies, they make the money and they give us peanut. Who owns the channels? Who owns the spectrum? We own it. We sold it. Why can't we have our own companies? Okay, but when you put our people there, they go mess up.
That's another problem.
Yes.
The selfishness.
When Nkrumah started, the Goma, we used to have what my friend is saying, BBNE, and I said there was a gold mine. No, yeah, they have a gold mine. Nkrumah put a name on it, and we used to have it. So he built a whole town. When you go to this BBNE place, they have a whole town that was built by Nkrumah for Ghana to get our own gold. But the officers, the managers who were there messed it up. They were taking the gold and nobody knew where the gold was going. Okay, and then they resold it to the white guys and they're making money, the same gold mine. Okay, so part of it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it's our own people. Our own people sell us out. Because when they're making the deal, you don't know how much they're getting to come up with that deal. You will never know. Okay? So, recently, we had this thing that the government was talking about, a century bond, to collect about 50 billion. I liked it. Because my reasoning, I'm not sure the government has that reasoning, is that for all the investment that come into the country, we have the people taking the oil. Okay? Eni, the name of the company, it's an Italian company. They spend 8 billion. And they're taking about 90% of the oil. Okay? So I'm saying that if Ghana had 4 billion to put in there, okay? If Ghana had money and we put in 4 billion, at least we can get 40%, or we can get 50%, or 49%, whatever. They can take the 60%. But 40% is far better than the 10%.
That 10%, I don't even know how they came out with that calculation.
I don't know.
It's incredible.
It doesn't do us any good. It doesn't do it. So essentially, all the oil is going free.
But what about the high interest rates that they're charging you for loans? Like some loans are like 30, 40%.
Yes, that's
Isn't that exploitation?
Also, it is, but you also need to know that of inflation. The inflation in Ghana is very high. Okay, so not until we are able to bring inflation down, it's almost impossible. Okay, now the other thing that you have to look at is the exchange rate. Okay, so for me, that is my belief, is that when you bring the interest rate way low and the city is not appreciating, chances are the monies that you have in the bank will lose its value. So it's better to charge a high interest rate so you can get some money, spread the money. Because the banking officials, they live high on hogs. They are the top echelons of the government of the country. They make the most money. Bank directors and officials, the chairman, they make big money. You get it? So if you don't charge that kind of interest, at the same time, I'm not sure whether it's helping the economy, because I would never take a loan charging 30.
God, no. That's worse than a credit
You're
card.
working for that.
That's worse than a credit card.
Essentially, if you're not careful, you'll be working for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they often say that they have a lot of what you call a default rate is high. But why are they thinking that when you give a loan of $100 or 100 cedis to somebody, you're taking 30 cedis?
30 cities.
What kind of job is going to give him that kind of profit to make your payment? Okay, it's common sense.
Unless you're flipping houses.
Yeah. Okay. Unless you do something.
Hard money or is it hard money loans?
Yeah. Unless you're doing something really weird.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it is the nature of the beast. Sometimes I'm not there, but they are there. They say they can do it. So we sit outside. Whenever we meet them, we chip in. But usually, you can't build a consensus. They go there and then they go do their meeting. They do whatever they have to do in order to come up with all of these things. I'm sorry.
Hershey's owns cocoa.
Eh?
Hershey's.
Hershey, yeah.
Hershey's.
Hershey's making more money
Yeah.
with that chocolate.
So the cocoa for next year is sold. The cocoa, they are done in advance.
But we don't even know how to refine it. Do we refine the cocoa? We can't refine it yet, can we?
We can. Who says we can? We cannot. We can. We know the chocolate that we make, Golden Tree. It's refined. We make it. We can make it.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't do enough. We don't do enough. We don't do a good job. Okay. But what we need to do is to stop the cocoa from going out.
And that's my point. Like all this African ingenuity.
Yeah.
And we don't even refine. Well, we barely refine our own natural resources.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like we don't control all this ingenuity.
I don't either. But what I can tell you, what's your name is again?
Dynast.
Dynast.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is something, I don't know what it is. There's something wrong with Africans. I don't know. Maybe somebody will change my mind. Okay. When the first president started the country,
Nkrumah.
we did everything.
Then the CIA came in.
But that is not my issue. At some point, see, that is why I told you about slavery and all of those things.
Okay.
I think that at this time, we should have the sense, we should have the mind. Okay, because the same thing that happened to us, it happened to the Malaysians, it happened to the Singaporeans, it happened to Korea. Korea was colonized by the Japanese for years and they maltreated them. You get the point? Okay, but look at them. So those type of slavery mentality, those colonized countries like them, it has not held them back. China was colonized by the Japanese. And if you know what the Japanese did to them, go and read. What I said. But all of these people, they have gone beyond that. We need to think and go beyond that. So when I see somebody say, I'm an engineer, this engineer, so what? What are you doing? Can you make a ball bearing?
No.
You get the point?
Right.
Okay, so there is something wrong that I don't understand. But I think it's a leadership thing. There has to be a leader that can inspire people to do things. And that's what happens in China. That's what happened in Korea. You see the Hyundai that we use today?
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
It's improved so much.
Yes. And it was a deliberate effort by the government to use Mr. Hyundai to do the work. Okay? Like what you have here, we have this guy called
Kataka, yeah.
Okay. There has to be a deliberate effort. That's what the Nigerians did for Dangote.
I'm gonna tell you, okay. So Dangote. So a lot of Nigerians, because you know, very tribal.
Yeah.
So the Igbos
Yeah.
don't agree with Nigeria did for Dangote. They think they're showing him favoritism.
Yeah.
Because he's getting obviously all the.
You got to show favoritism. That is the only way.
But the Igbos hate that. Like my Igbo friend was telling the other day, he said that is taking away opportunities from the Igbos. It is not fair.
No.
It's favoritism.
If you don't see Dangote as a Nigerian and you see him,
They don't do that. But see, they see his tribe. They see him as tribe.
Like if I were to be a Nigerian, I would look for an Igbo who's just as good and support him. Simple.
Right.
If you go to Malaysia, what's the other one? Indonesia. There was a guy called Suharto. He used to be he was a president for like some 30 years or so. I don't know whether he died or not. But he used his friends and family people to build all these giant companies that are functioning now. Big.
But serving the people though.
Serving the people, that's what I'm saying.
But like when we do it, it's like selfishness, just only for that immediate family.
You got to do that. You got to find, not necessarily your family, but you got to look for people who have the capacity, who have shown by themselves. We have them here in Ghana, and give them opportunity to grow. Let them grow. Let them buy 10 houses. Let them buy 24 cars. At the end of the day, the money remains here. The money is going to be in Ghana. You understand? Look, maybe I'm wrong, but every human being, when you make so much money, it gets to a point where you don't want the money anymore. You want to give it out. Every human being, you watch. If you are so rich, it gets to a point. Look at Despite. Look at what he does every year. He gives away money. So allow him to buy his Rolls Royce. Allow him to buy his Rolls Royce. Okay? Because the benefit to society, the employment that he's going to give to the society is worth more than you looking at one man's Rolls Royce.
I need you to repeat what you just said as far as the benefit that he's going to give to society. Because Dangote has done a lot for Nigeria. A whole lot.
He's done wonderful. You just look at the number of people that he employs.
Right.
Okay, I met one guy. He's a truck driver with a master's degree. A truck driver. You ask him, why are you driving a truck when you got a master's degree? He said, look, if I take care of this truck for how many miles? I'm not sure whether it's 200 or 300 miles with no accident.
Dangote gives him like
It's mine.
Right.
Wow.
What's beautiful than that? Yes. What's beautiful than that? Okay? So there are things that you need to look beyond the man. What he's doing, you need to look beyond that. And that is what our government and the politics here in Ghana is not helping us. Because if Nanado or Mahama comes in and pick me and gives me a project to do, okay, people will think, they're doing something. And they will do everything to bring me down or bring him down. Okay, but you need to have a leadership that is set on making this thing work. Pick your own people. Whatever business that they're doing, help them do it. Give them money. Give them more money to do it. And they will do it well. Because they did it by themselves. And they know how to do it. And I'm telling you, any businessman, if you go to one of our richest people here in Ghana, my own brother-in-law, Kwesi Chum, or Despite, Tobiko, all of those people, if you go to them, I bet you they're thinking about another business, but they just don't have enough money. The business, they see things. You get it? So you give them money and they begin to expand. expand the economy. They will do it for us. You understand what I'm saying? Look, in the United States, the J.P. Morgans,
Right.
Rockefellers, it was through the government.
I didn't know
the
that.
government gives them contracts.
Okay.
Hershey, they started, but the government helps you, grow your business. It's not that when you have business, they just leave you to drive. No, it don't happen like that. At the end of the day, these companies become so big that they are so good for society. Look at how many people are employed at Google. Go to Amazon. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And that's Jeff Bezos, Amazon.
One guy. You get it?
And Amazon is growing like crazy.
It's going like
Golly.
crazy. Okay. That is what my people here fail to understand. Because we play politics with it. But the moment the government comes in and gives you money, we're always thinking, oh yeah, they're doing something behind. So, but the government, you need to work with the private sector. You need to give them money. However way, you go there, sit down with them, and however way that you can get the money to them at very good interest rate, give it to them. And they'll do it. The government, they've already started something like that for young people, young entrepreneurs. They're giving them money, to start up businesses that you can employ, 3, 4, 5 people, 20 people, rearing goats, rabbits, things of that nature. Some of them are into technology, some of them are into sewing and all of those things. Because everybody goes to school and they're thinking that they have to work for a bank or they have to work for some company. And those companies, they have failed, they have no jobs. So the next thing is for the economy to expand in a different way that people can make a living out of it. And
how did you go from Long and Foster to building it like in America? You said you were building real estate and selling.
Yes.
How did you do that?
It's easy.
Give us. It's easy. Give us the be here. What's the secret? What's the secret? You said it's easy. What's the secret?
It's easy. Now here's what happens. Once you have the real estate license, you gotta have some money now. You gotta have money to start, because if you don't have money, the bank will not give you money.
Right.
You gotta start. So,
Or at least something to leverage. Is that? Yeah.
and good credit. Okay. Whatever it is, you gotta have some money. Okay. And then what you look for distressed areas or properties that they've not been taken care of for the business. Every house. Okay. So sometimes you go to an auction and then you buy.
Courthouse.
Yeah, courthouse. Yeah. You buy from the courthouse. Or sometimes you can buy an outright house that is not in good shape. Maybe it's a 2-bedroom house. You tear the whole thing down.
You build up.
And you build a 4 or 5 bedroom house right there. You get it? So once you buy the house and you start building, there's a likelihood that some company, some bank will give you money to finish it. Okay? So once you finish it, you get the mortgage. Somebody comes in, you get the mortgage. You are paid off. Take your balance. That's money. You understand? It's good business if you know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you need to also assemble people.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, that can help you with the construction phase. Okay? There are types of building that you need to put in a specific area. You don't want to put too expensive house in a low-income area. So you need to be a realtor to understand the comps. What cause something comps? How houses are sold in a specific area. You need to know that. So that once you put up a house, you're not going to put a $500,000 house in the $200,000 neighborhood. You get it? Okay. So once you understand that, they have what you call, I don't know what the word is, sort of a pre-programmed houses, that you can buy a magazine, that they have houses already in them with the plans. Okay? So once you take that, get an architect, they look at it, and then they make a presentation for you. And then you start construction. But you need to assemble people that will help you along. You know, you need to have in the US they have separate people for separate jobs. I mean, for instance, the foundation.
Right.
You need people with concrete who knows how to do concrete work.
So should you just find? Would you recommend finding just a contractor or find in
Usually it's a contractor who does only concrete. Okay, they do the concrete profile, the base for you. Okay, so once you do that, then you have people who are going to be doing the framework on top of it. Okay, and then you need to find plumbers. Okay, you need to find the HVAC people. Okay, you find people who can do floor. So once you get into it, you know, you might stumble from the beginning. You know, you might not make profit because, you know, a lot of people might come in, might overcharge and stuff, but you will learn. Okay, or you have to attach yourself to somebody like me. If I were there, you know, I could take you with me and show you, and then pass on some of my vendors, you know, people that help me, the plumbers, the electricians, and all of those people, you know, to help you along.
Could you take advantage of something like that in Ghana?
Right.
A housing deficit.
Yes.
There's a housing deficit here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
It's happening now. If you go to Laboni.
But you know, I was in Sione the other day.
Yeah.
I like the railing. I like this because this railing is strong.
So do you got shady contractors out here too, like in America?